Hello, Ducks fans and any salty Red Wings fans that are, here to talk about Raymond and Sider and how much better than Zegras they are. Thank you for tuning in to this
Carter is
Monday edition
cutthroat
of the Quack
already
Report.
today.
Oh, yeah. Somebody woke up on the wrong side of the bed.
And it definitely wasn't Trevor Zegras.
Oh, no, definitely not. No, he's having a grand time.
He's having a grand time in Vegas. Everybody knows that.
Yeah. Oh, man. Like, I know we talked about it before, how the All-Star game in Vegas is just a great idea, and the NHL should always put the All-Star game in Vegas. But after seeing just how kind of sluggish everybody was over the weekend, maybe it's not a great idea,
I think it's still a great idea. Still a great idea.
I mean, I'm sure there was some accidental Instagram lives that got taken down really fucking quickly in the evenings, but and maybe they're still out there, who knows? But I don't know. It's just there wasn't quite as much, pep in everybody's step. At least for like some of the earlier events, right?
Well, I think even just for like the first, I didn't really notice it in like the events. I noticed it more in the games. But I think that's also just, everybody's kind of doing like the feeling out process. If you're in that first game, which like the Pacific and Metro were, like you're kind of the start of everything. You're kind of getting the feeling out process because you went into that next game and everybody's just going for it. So, yeah, just to make a comment here with the little, the salty Red Wings thing.
Oh, yeah.
Mark Lazarus putting a tweet out the other day there. Poor Trevor Zegras. Everyone here is in their fancy all-star jersey. He's not an all-star, just a skills competition participant, so he's in a polo shirt. And then post a picture of it. Which, Z, you're still looking good, bud. Still looking good.
Oh, yeah.
We had our friends over at the Grind Line podcast, one of the Detroit podcasts on the Hockey Podcast Network here, retweeting that and saying, guys, I feel so bad for Tragic Zunkers. He has to wear his shirt while the people selected to participate in the All-Star game get to wear jerseys. Maybe we should start a GoFundMe to buy him his own jersey so he feels like he belongs. And so I retweeted that, having some fun, and I like to stir the pot a little bit. Red Wings fans trying to find Raymond and Sider at the All-Star weekend, and it was the picture of John Travolta or the gif of John Travolta from Pulp Fiction, kind of doing the look around. So I thought
did they have anything to say?
They had nothing to say about it.
Perfect.
They had nothing to say about it. Oh, but it was a good weekend though, I thought. So
yeah, it was a lot of fun. Yeah. I thought all the events went like pretty well. The games were interesting. The interviews with the players were good, and like having them mic'd up and stuff like that. So
yeah,
we'll get a little bit more into it.
Yeah. We can't get too deep into it yet because first we haven't played the theme that I'm apparently not supposed to talk over, or what did you say last episode? I forget exactly. It was
I don't remember.
Anyway, but yeah, I'm not supposed.
I said I'd wreck you.
Yeah, right.
Whatever that means.
Yeah. I'm not supposed to talk over it. But also we haven't talked about our weeks. So Carter, how's your last few days been? I'm gonna flip the script and ask you.
Oh yeah, I'm not prepared to talk about how my week was. No, my weekend was pretty good. Well, Thursday I had a couple tests in school, so I feel like those went pretty well. So I just took the day off on Friday. Played some video games, watched some TV. Nothing
nice.
Too exciting, and then it was All-Star weekend, and that was pretty much it. I think probably the most hockey I've watched like over a weekend. Like I've obviously watched hockey on a weekend before, but just like actually like, oh, this is all I'm doing. This is like my weekend schedule is just to
watch some hockey.
Throw on Sportsnet and just watch that like all afternoon and evening.
There you go. That's all right.
So yeah, it was cool. It was a pretty chill weekend though, but
nice.
Yeah. How was your weekend?
It was good. Celebrated a friend's birthday last night. Did some bowling and had some good food. I think I kind of had a bit of a relapse though.
Oh no.
I have been jersey buying sober since November, and I have in the last like two weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks. My birthday was 2 weeks ago. I bought 3 jerseys in that time. Mind you, though, they're all like like vintage retro ones, so they're not like brand new or anything like that. And I'm finding good deals on them too, and they're ones that I've been like all three of these actually have been ones that I've been looking for quite a while at like a decent price. So I'm very happy about that.
Yeah.
The one is getting some work done on it right now. It was a 2010 Team Canada jersey. Those are normally selling for around like 120 Canadian. Like just people are still looking for them. Like they're just still like that sought after. And I got it for $30. There's and there's it's like heat pressed on with like Drew Doughty's name and number. I wouldn't mind it so much if it was like actually stitched or that sort of thing, or like at least like legit lettering, but this is just like that heat pressed vinyl stuff.
Oh yeah.
So I took it to a shop to hopefully get that removed. Because sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work great. So here's hoping.
Yeah. You're gonna get another name put on that? Or?
I'm not sure yet. I'm debating it. I think if I do, just being a longtime Flames fan, one of my favorite players growing up was Joe McGinley. And who also made that beautiful assist for the golden goal for Canada in 2010 there. Iggy would be pretty cool, I think, to get on that. But
yeah, that'd be an all right one.
I'm not sure. The other jersey I got was, so I have an OG Mighty Ducks jersey, but it's just a little small. I didn't like the sizing, just a little bit different compared to like pretty much every other jersey I'd owned. So I had to look for like an extra large or double XL pretty much. So I have a new one coming in of that, which means I do still have my old Mighty Ducks jersey still for sale. It is a large. If anybody is curious about it or that, feel free to you can message us at Quack Report Pod. It's me who takes a look at it, or you can message my personal at Tate Nomas, TateNhomas. If you're interested, shoot it my way. So
and for just an extra $10, he'll even sign it for you too, right across the crest.
No, I'm not gonna sign shit. I'm not gonna sign that. And the last
one of a kind.
Yeah, exactly. The last jersey that I got was it would have been like the 80s, early 90s style Boston Bruins jersey. So family friend that's like one of like the ones that you call an uncle, right? So my uncle Blaine Locker, had a short stint with the Boston Bruins in 94 and 95, I believe. He did go into the playoffs with the Bruins during that shortened season and that sort of thing. So I found what would have been his rookie year jersey, or at least that style of it. So I ordered that, and that one I'll get sent off to get his name put on it. So, I mean, if you've listened to the show before, or for a long time at least, I'm not a crazy Boston fan. But that's the one jersey I was like, I'll go out of my way to get a second Boston jersey, like overall for the collection, but it has to be that one specifically. So
yeah.
I'm excited for those to come in. And the Mighty Ducks one and the Bruins one are from different people, but they're both coming from around the same place actually, and they both took it to the post office on the same day, and they're both projected to arrive on the same day. So that's going to be a fun mail day, I think.
Nice.
So, yeah. Couple of retro jerseys. So it'll be fun. So
yeah, double header for jersey opening. It'll be sick.
Exactly. So, but so I forgot what I was going to say now. I'm excited for those jerseys though. And I haven't had a jersey mail day. And like I said, like October, November kind of thing. So, so I'm excited for that. So
yeah, mail days are the best. Like,
they really
I
are.
fucking love mail days. Do you ever just order shit? Like, I don't know. I know you used to have Amazon Prime. Do you still have it?
I still have it. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you ever just order shit just because you're like, I just want something to arrive in the mail in like 2 days? So you just like order like I don't know, like a little jar of toothpicks or something.
No, I don't do that, but I do. I make my Amazon worthwhile. Let's put it that way. So, part of it even just with my new computer setup and that sort of thing. There's like all like my AV gear is now like mounted underneath my desk here, like to the bottom of the tabletop. So the mount was something from Amazon, and I also got like a monitor mount. So like my second monitor over here is it's on an arm that I can like bring over and that sort of thing. So, and the plan is to get a matching monitor of this one and another one of these arms and put it over here. So then I have kind of like the 3 screen thing going on. So,
oh yeah, that'd be sick.
It'll be great.
Yeah,
so, yeah.
Man, if I had Amazon Prime, I would abuse the shit out of it because I just fucking love mail.
That's fair.
Like every day, I would just order like just some random cheap thing just so that I like know that I have mail coming every day of the week.
I mean, the student deal is not bad for it actually, and like you buy a few things and it pays for itself right away because you also unintentional ad apparently for Amazon here because you also get access to like Prime Video, right? So like TV shows and movies that are on there, you can watch those and things like that. So it's definitely worth it. So and like I just split it with my girlfriend, so I think we pay for like $20 for the year pretty much. So it's definitely worth it in that respect. So yeah,
nice.
But
yeah, Amazon, if you're listening, just
we would love
just make the checkout to Quack Report, and we're good. Yeah, we're not picky on the amount. Just whatever you think is necessary.
50,000.
Yeah, well, like minimum. We'll start
minimum.
There.
Yeah, we'll start there.
All right. Well, I think now's a good time to get actually into the All-Star game, and let's talk about it here.
Speaking of money, I actually learned that the skills competition, each winner of the competitions, according to this article from ESPN, wins $30,000.
Oh shit! I actually didn't know that.
I didn't know that either. So, in 2022, the NHL is leaning into its setting by introducing 2 Vegas-themed events. Those will be part of the festivities, along with 5 games used in past skills competitions. The winner of each contest wins a $30,000 prize. That's like half my student loan debt right there. Jesus.
Yeah, that's pretty sick. Do you think they donate that to charity?
Oh, probably. Yeah. Along with, the winning team for the actual game, which, spoiler alert, was the Metro this year. The team gets $1 million, so that's what, 10 grand each. So, and as far as I know, most
more
guys,
than that. It'd be just shy of like 100 grand.
Yeah, Jesus.
Because how many are on the team? Like 12 or something?
I think it's 10 guys.
Is it only 10? Okay.
Yeah.
Or I don't know. I've never counted.
Or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's the 2 goalies and I think 8 skaters, right? So.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. But as far as I know, like unless you're, like on your ELC still, most guys are donating that as far as I'm aware. So or as far as I've read and stuff like that. But yeah, speaking of the competitions here, do you want to like break this down? I have it like broken down like each one. We could talk about each one kind of thing. Or...
Yeah, we can kind of talk about just the event in general. Yeah, so we can just go in the order you have it on here. I think that seems fine. So
all right, sounds good.
So yeah, the accuracy shooting is the first event we have on here, even though I think it was the last one they did. So.
Yeah, I was just going in the order of the NHL had like a live blog going, so I guess it was like the last thing was what popped up first. So I think this is technically it's kind of backwards, but then it gets mixed up a little bit. So
doesn't matter.
Anyway,
whatever. So we're talking about accuracy shooting first. Sebastian Aho won that one, hitting all 4 targets. Actually went 4 for 4, which I think they said the last guy to do that was in 2010 or 2011.
Jeez.
Yeah. And I think it was Malkin as well. Who was the last one to do that. But 10.937 seconds. Troy Terry was the that was his event that he participated in. He finished 3rd with 13.491. If I remember correctly, he went 4 for 6.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think you're right. 4 for 6. So, which is
pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's pretty solid.
Proud of our boy Troy.
Absolutely.
# Troy Terry is very good.
Yeah. 3rd place good, but still very good.
Yeah. Something I wanted to bring up here. So in this ESPN article, this is before the skills, or even just the entire weekend itself. So they have like a breakdown of each event and that sort of thing. They have who was participating in it, as well as the favorite to win. And so some of these were, pretty good. and others were missed the mark a little bit here.
Mhm.
This ESPN article here, who's this by? Actually, I should throw that credit. Christine Shilton. She says here, if any event can truly rattle a guy, it's probably this one, which totally agree with.
Oh, absolutely.
Honestly,
Yeah.
so.
We saw a few guys get pretty rattled, I think.
Yeah. And thank God they went back to the styrofoam targets as well.
Oh, yeah.
I was so done with the LED board shit. It was just it didn't work. They kept trying it. No, they tried it for like 2 or 3 years, I think, because it started as they were like the solid like targets, like looking like the styrofoam ones. And then it became that they brought out like an entire thing that covered the net, like an entire piece of glass that covered the net. And it didn't work, right? Like, I understand, like, we have the technology, right? But it's like, okay, but you don't need to use it. Styrofoam pucks work just as well. So
yeah, like I get that it's, maybe not environmentally friendly and pretty messy to clean up, but like like at least it works, right? Like it's pretty flawless. Like if the puck hits it, it's fucking gone.
Yeah, so. Exactly. And that saves you some money, honestly, because like I can't imagine that like that LED, like the entire LED board was cheap by any means, even for the NHL.
Yeah, and like still, like who's like, I want to spend, I don't know, I'll throw out a number, $1 million on, I have no idea if that's what it costs. No scale whatsoever, but let's throw out $1 million on this electronic board and then find the best NHL players in the world to just shoot at it, rip shots at it.
Yeah, because I
and hope it works afterwards. Like
I believe the board actually did break for like the 2020 attempt. So, but yeah, so I was just kind of laughing at this though because they had the favorite as Leon Draisaitl.
Oh boy, were they wrong?
Yeah, very, very wrong. Do I still have that up here by chance? Let me see if it. No, I don't have it up, but there was the live blog that had.
Oh, that has his time?
Yeah, it has the time on it. Where'd it go here?
It was not good.
No, it was not good, to say the least.
Yeah, I think it was like 40 seconds.
Yeah, it was like 30, 40 something. So
yeah,
but yeah, it was not great. Went the complete opposite way that I think everybody was thinking, honestly. So
for him, anyways, yeah. Yeah, but it's like the prime example of the guy that just gets like rattled by it. Like I think he hit his first one pretty quickly, and then he tried to go for another one, and just like 3 shots like in the center of the net, and he was like, you could just like see how pissed he was.
Yeah, I think it just really proves what everybody's been saying for a long time, that Draisaitl is nothing without McDavid. No, I'm kidding.
Well,
I'm totally kidding. I'm totally kidding. Oh, just thought I'd throw that out there. All right, where do you want to go to next, or do you have anything else about the shooting?
No, I don't have anything else here. Okay. So, we'll do hardest shot, I guess. Which this one, I think the favorite one, at least in my opinion, Victor Hedman, 103.2 miles per hour, which, oh man, I didn't even think of like, what would that actually be in kilometers per hour? Like, something I understand. 166.08 kilometers per hour. Jeez. Yep. I mean, I know that means nothing to most of our listeners, but the 103.2 miles per hour is, that's fast.
Yeah, with the record being, what is it? 108.8, I believe, set by Zdeno Chara in what year was that? I remember watching it even.
Yeah, it wasn't long ago.
I think it was 2012?
It was, yeah.
Maybe 2012? Yeah. Damn, look at me go. Yeah. Can remember that, but I can't remember shit for school, right? But and then there was a quote from Hedman as well. I remember saying like he doesn't like actually go track his shot or like see how hard he shoots or that kind of thing. So he was a little surprised to see this number pop up on the board. So and his second attempt, or his other attempt, was like 102 something. So
yeah, he was the only guy that was in the hundreds for both his shots.
While there. Yeah. But it was great to see. But who all participated in that one again here?
It was him, Pelech, Wilson, and
Timo Meier.
Meier, yeah.
Yeah. It would have been great though for Zdeno Chara to be like, the special for this event. It sounds like he was approached to do it, and he had declined.
Oh yeah, I so badly wanted him to come out like NHL 3 styles. Where it's like,
right?
oh, Victor Hedman wins, and then it's like, oh wait, what's this? And like the Zamboni doors open, and Zdeno Chara like fucking kicks down a door, grabs a cardboard cutout of Hedman, and like bites it and rips his head off, and
he's making
pounds 120-mile-per-hour slap shot.
Yeah, and he makes Islanders fans happy by wearing the fisherman jersey from the 90s that he started with. The favorite ESPN had for this was Adam Pellich.
Really?
So, yeah.
I mean, like it's still a decent choice.
And
like
the other one that they had up was Wilson. So Hedman wasn't even thought of for them. So, but
I mean, like when you think of Hedman, normally I think just like, skilled offensive defenseman, right? Like I don't think like, oh man, this guy can probably pound a slap shot. Like, I think of like all the other traits that he has first, but evidently he can also just rip a big slap shot too. So,
okay, I'm gonna give you a little bit of a trivia question here, just because I see it.
Okay.
So since 2006, besides like before, like going into this year, sorry. Besides 2006, or since 2006, there's only been 2 winners of the hardest shot competition, not named Zdeno Chara or Shea Weber. Who are they?
Oh, obviously. Well, this was before Hedman won it. Yeah. Okay. Oh fuck. I honestly don't know. Since 2006, I'm gonna go. I think Chris Pronger was one of them. Ah, damn it. One of the Niedermeyers.
Damn
it.
Okay, I'll give you a hint.
Okay,
Head out east. Head out east.
Okay. Oh boy. I want to say Subban, but he technically plays in the West now. Yeah. That wasn't really a guess, so that's why I'm giving myself the.
Okay, these guys to kind of narrow.
They're defensemen, I'm assuming.
One is.
Oh, one's a forward. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that changes things.
When they won this, they were in the East, and they're still in the East. That doesn't really narrow it down, but it.
No, is one of them Ovechkin?
That is correct.
Okay, cool.
2018, Alexander Ovechkin won it.
Oh, really? I don't know why that wasn't one of my first guesses, but then who would the other one be? Defenseman. Oh man, I wish we had. I wish this one was live so that people could help me out here. Just like sneak a peek at the comments, but damn, yeah. I mean, like naming someone not named Chara and Weber is hard.
Yeah,
because like any trivia question, that would probably be a pretty good bet. So, damn, I don't know. Can I have a first letter, or would that give it away?
Might give it away, but I can give you another hint.
Sure.
So what have I said so far? Just they were out east, and that they
out in the east, and that they're still out there.
Okay. So you got the first guy, Ovechkin.
Yeah.
Okay, let's really narrow it down. They're teammates.
Oh, they're teammates. Oh, then John Carlson.
That is correct, in 2019.
Nice. Oh, back to back for the Caps.
Yep.
Wow.
The only winners since 2006 before this year that were not named Shea Weber and Zdeno Chara. And with both of them not being part of it this year, it was really up for anybody's grabs. So
yeah, I mean, they were all close. Like, I think everybody was over 100 miles per hour on at least one of their shots.
I'm pretty sure. So yeah.
Did they usually only have 4 though? I thought they had more.
I thought so as well, but I'm not exactly sure.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know who else you would put in this event. Like the other defensemen that were there are more like the, well, Cale Makar was there, and then the other defensemen are like the Cale Makar types, right? Like they're the fast, puck moving defensemen. So
Pietrangelo maybe.
Oh, I guess Pietrangelo, yeah. But they, I had him in another event that we'll get to in a second. So
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Right. That's so I guess it makes sense that they only had 4, but
yeah.
Okay, 21 and 22, a Vegas themed event here for it's kind of another accuracy shooting one.
A little bit,
in
yeah.
a sense. So who are the members for that one? I know there was Pavelski, Matthews, Kadri. I know Stamkos. Who was the last one? Oh, Kachuk. Thanks.
There you go.
See, that kind of trivia I can do, like the stuff that happened like 48 hours ago.
Yeah. How old is Brady Kachuk again?
Okay, let's calm down. I'm gonna retire on top of that one.
No, sorry, that's not a trivia question. That's just like a genuine question. I don't remember. Brady Kachuk is 22. Okay, so he is legal to technically gamble in Las Vegas.
Yeah,
I was just like, that'd have been hilarious though if he was like 20 and he's trying to play blackjack in Vegas, but like he can do it for the NHL, but not what on his own.
Yeah, I got a conspiracy theory here. We'll get to it, but just
all right.
That makes me think about something here.
Yeah. So we'll give a quick rundown of this one because this isn't your typical event that we've had, the All-Star game.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll read it here from the ESPN article. 5 participants face a full deck of oversized cards set up in a rack formation. The shooter's objectives, just like on blackjack tables, will be to reach 21 without going over and do it in the fewest number of shots. Each round is won by the first player to nail 21 or whoever has the highest hand. The first player to win 2 rounds takes the pot. So I think at the end of this, there was like a 3 or a 4-way tie. And then it kept going down. I think it was
a 4-way tie for 21. Oh, no. Or did Kachuk? No, I thought Kachuk got 21 as well.
I don't remember offhand.
Yeah.
But eventually it came down to Stamkos and Joe Pavelski, and it was supposed to be highest card at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Pavelski taking the corner queen, and Stamkos just missing his queen, hitting the 4 beneath it for Joe Pavelski to take it with. I was laughing when you sent me the text. The biggest dip in his lip ever.
Yeah.
As soon as you said it, I was like, "Oh yeah, there it is."
Yeah. I was
just packing in his front lip.
Oh, you could just see it. Yeah. He did an interview with someone after like the All-Star game too, and he had another fat one in there. So now I'm starting to think if like maybe he just got like a couple bottom teeth knocked out or like chipped, and they're just I don't know, but I don't know. It kind of looked like he
definitely
had a fat lip. So
I mean, like I'm sure it's all around the league, but it definitely sounds like a Dallas thing for sure. Because I was hearing a story from a buddy of ours who had come across Tyler Seguin, and he's leaving it was the rink or the hotel. I think it was the rink, and he's got a Gatorade cup with him, and he's just spitting into it. So he's just like, yeah, that's not Gatorade in there.
No.
But I know that's only 2 guys, but that's the most consistent I've heard of NHL guys, doing dip, but I'm sure a ton of them do.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. It's a pretty easy thing to like, do in intermissions and stuff like that. So easier to hide as well.
Yeah.
Rather than, at the intermission, you're like out front of the arena out for a smoke break, and fucking Joe Pavelski walks out, and you're just like, good job in the first, Pavelski, and can I borrow a light?
I remember there was one lacrosse team that I played against that like half of their team smoked and would go out during, like in between intermissions, and it's like fuck,
that's wild.
What did you think of this event though?
I thought it was cool. It took like it was a little bit longer, but like I don't know, there was like some time in between the guys shooting that, a little bit of the personality came out, and there was a little bit of competition and like some light chirps between the guys. So I don't know. I thought it was kind of cool. Like it was a different sort of experience. So
yeah, I did like the idea. Definitely fits with Vegas as much as, they try to stay away from the gambling aspect of Las Vegas, right? You got to have some fun with it, right? Considering that, that's one of the big things that Vegas is known for, that and their shows, which, the Golden Knights put out a show every night. Let's be honest here.
Yeah.
It was fun to see him kind of dive into this a little bit there. Yeah, I enjoyed it too. And I was kind of laughing at like a few of the pucks like went just through the cards, and some of them just completely knocked them off.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, like you were saying though, you got some personality, just like the guys talking in between and that kind of thing. My disappointment was realizing, and I think it was because the fountain shootout was done before the 21 and 22 event. But realizing during the fountain shootout that these were pre-recorded. You just kind of tell with the skies behind them, and then it came out after that they were pre-recorded on Thursday, so the day before the event. So that's why they were able to just do it. But that explains why guys were just suddenly able to get out of their gear and rush over down the strip. I mean, having been there before, the T-Mobile Arena is not too far off the strip, but definitely a little bit farther than how quick guys were getting there. So
I honestly didn't even think of it. It really until you mentioned it at the for this event, and you were like, this was pre-recorded. I was like, how do you know? And you're like, well, it's light outside and it's
it's pitch black otherwise.
Right, and I was like, oh fuck, that makes sense. But I didn't even think of it during the fountain face off because it was dark out when they did that. So I was like, okay.
But no, I enjoyed the event though. Otherwise, so
no, it was cool. I'm definitely down for them to do more of these kind of themed events, I guess. So they're
fun.
As long as they're like this one and not like the St. Louis Arch ones.
Yeah, exactly. I think the only thing, and I understand where they were going with it. The only thing I would change is still have it be something in the building, right? Like something live, as cool as it is. It felt just kind of detached for a moment kind of thing. So that's really the only gripe I had with it though. Otherwise, this is one of the experimental things that the NHL has done that was enjoyable to watch at least. So
yeah, for sure. I mean, I don't really know how obviously you can't do the fountain face off inside. It's the whole point of it is to be on the Bellagio fountain. But the 21 and 22, I guess you could kind of do it inside, but I don't know. There would be some portion of the audience that you would alienate, right? There's you wouldn't be able to do it that everybody could see the cards.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, that's fair. I get that. I guess you have it was just kind of like a cage though, right? So say you had it was kind of like a double-sided card.
Yeah.
Right? Where it was like you would see, say, the four of spades on either side, right? That could maybe be your thing there, but
you could kind of do that, yeah. If say you put it on the red line, then the people that are they're sitting on the red line, basically, they wouldn't really be able to see. They could see the players, but they'd probably have to watch the screen for what cards. They
I see what you mean. I think if you were to do it on the ice, you would put it against the boards on either the sides or move the net out of the way, kind of thing. That's my thought, at least. So, but
I don't know. I think
I see what you mean, though. Yeah,
I guess when you go to an event, there's always some seats that they just don't work
as well.
You just can't see. Or whatever, you go to a concert and then there's bad seats at a concert. You go to a hockey game and you're sitting front row and it's cool, but then you can't see down the other end of the ice, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I guess there's always bad seats, but I don't know. I guess that one they probably could have done it, but the fountain face off is
it still looked cool, I think so.
But for sure.
But, and I mean, closing down Las Vegas Boulevard is not an easy task to do. So.
Yeah, what did they say that they really only close it down for the marathon, and there was one other event in the year.
Yeah, otherwise that thing doesn't get closed down. So
that's a pretty big deal. Also, they had that was cool. They had Derek Englund come out for these events, it'd be
that was great.
Commentator, him and I forget his actual name, but Mr. D from that CBC show.
I can't
I don't remember his name.
It's on the tip of my tongue now. That's gonna bug me.
I feel like his last name is actually D, but
I got it pulled up here. Oh, Jerry D.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, yeah, there we go.
There we go. Oh.
Okay. Let's
I was gonna say the favorite for this was Kadri and Matthews. So
okay, I mean, Kadri did pretty well. So
yeah, he did do well, but Joe Pavelski experience takes over. So yep.
Yeah. Must have been something magic in that lip of his.
Yeah,
to be able to
exactly.
do that.
Oh,
Okay, we got a few more events to talk about here. Next one's going to be a bit of a conversation, I feel. So we're going to take a quick break before that, and then we'll talk about the Breakaway Challenge and the other few events on the other side of that.
The moment we've been waiting for since September is finally here. In honor of the big game, DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of Super Bowl 56, is giving new customers 56-1 odds on either team. Bet just $5 and get $280 in free bets if your team wins. DraftKings Sportsbook is now live in New York, meaning you can make a bet from almost a third of the country. If Sportsbook isn't available in your state yet, play DraftKings Daily Fantasy Football Contest for Super Bowl 56. New customers can get a free shot at a $1 million top prize with their first deposit. So, what are you waiting for? Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app, use the promo code THPN, and get 56-1 odds on either team. Bet just $5 and get $280 in free bets if your team wins. Again, that's promo code THPN, as in the Hockey Podcast Network, at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of Super Bowl 56.
Must be 21 or older, New Jersey, Indiana, or Pennsylvania only. New customers only. Minimum $5 deposit and $1 wager required. One per customer. Restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Okay, I'm just curious. With this article you have from ESPN, who is the favorite to win the Breakaway Challenge?
the favorite to win the Breakaway Challenge was.
Wait.
Oh, we got an actual drum roll. Trevor Zegras, as if Zegras wouldn't be the guy here. Pure talent and a little chip on the shoulder for not being selected as an all-star to begin with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, that one was a layup for a guess. And Zegras obviously won the event because who else would fucking win that event? So nothing else to talk about here, right?
You can make an argument for Jack Hughes. I did like
That's
his
true. Yeah.
with
His
the
was
magician
good.
and the mini
Yeah, yeah.
jack, and like he played it up, right? Which is
very good
exactly
for
what it should be. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was Vegas themed, and it was a lot of fun. It was unique. Like no one's ever done anything like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Before,
There's a lot to that. So
yeah.
Yeah, both of those guys, which also I think we need to talk about what a package would look like to get Jack Hughes to Anaheim, because seeing those two friends reunited, it needs that could be the Perry and Getzlaff of the future.
Oh yeah, maybe maybe we'll put that on our next episode, since we won't have any games to talk about. We'll come up with a trade offer.
So Alex DeBrincat, Jack Hughes, Kirill Kaprizov, Alex Pietrangelo, Trevor Zegras, and with guest goaltenders Manon Rhéaume and Wyatt Russell,
who did a fantastic job.
Yeah, they did a great job as well.
I mean, they let in all the goals, but you kind of are supposed to at that point. You're supposed to.
They let in all the goals that hit the net.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Let's go with that.
Yeah.
Because Alex Pietrangelo, who had a not great first attempt until fucking Carrot Top out of the stands, is like, Alex, you're in Las Vegas. Do something Vegas-y. Brings out the drum line, skates down it, and misses the net completely still. And John Hamm gives him a 19 out of 10. I'm pretty sure a 1 and a 9 actually equal 10. So
yeah.
I
don't fully understand the 19. Like, where did that come from? Or is that just the biggest number he could make?
I think 19 was the year that St. Louis won the cup. John Hamm is from St. Louis. Pietrangelo was the captain at the time.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Yeah. He was very clever with the numbers he gave.
Yeah.
Because with DeBrincat's, oh no, was it DeBrincat that did the football? No, DeBrincat did the,
yeah, it was DeBrincat.
Who did the Hangover one? Or was that still DeBrincat?
I think it was still DeBrincat.
Oh, yeah, he came out dressed as the guy from The Hangover with Mike Tyson, and then he caught a football from somebody that I'm assuming is important in the football world.
It was one of the players from the Las Vegas Raiders. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I don't remember who it was offhand, though.
Okay. Makes sense.
But yeah, DeBrincat's was good as well. I like how the football was still black, though, to be a puck at the same time.
Yeah, and John Hamm gave him a 7 because that's how much a touchdown is worth. So
Yeah,
that was clever.
yeah, exactly. I get it's all for fun and that kind of stuff, but man, the comment section on all social platforms after it's like Alex Pietrangelo is the winner of the Breakaway Challenge, everyone's just like outside of Vegas fans were like, no, he's not.
Yeah, like even the official Ducks Twitter had like a good tweet about it. I saw New Jersey tweeted something about it too.
For Hughes, yeah. Everybody can even a lot of Vegas fans I was seeing were just like, that's great, but no, he didn't.
Yeah, like if he would have, flipped the puck up on his stick and then bounced it off of everybody's drum on the drum line and then baseball swung the puck into the net at the end, that would have been pretty fucking sick. Sure. But he literally just did a half-assed shootout attempt. Carrot Top yelled at him, and then he did the same move, but with a drum line on either side of him.
Yeah.
And he missed both times.
And he missed, exactly. Whereas you got Jack Hughes becoming a fucking magician, pulling a mini-me out and tossing sticks into the stands, and Trevor Zegras getting blindfolded, whether he could actually see through it or not. It wasn't a white blindfold. But
I think he probably could, but it's still magical.
Blindfolded or not, though, he managed to not get hit by a single ball thrown at him, pull the move that he did, tuck that puck.
Yeah.
Jesus. Both of those guys were way more deserving.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I'll give you my ranking here, just because I can remember these offhand. We also have, sorry, I won't give you the ranking yet. We got to talk about Kirill Kaprizov's.
Oh, his Ovechkin. Yeah.
His Ovechkin, who he did talk with Kuznetsov about it. Kuznetsov liked the idea, and Kaprizov apparently called Ovechkin asking if it was okay. To which Ovechkin said, "Yeah, go for absolutely go for it." So that was really cool to see. Hey, I'm gonna pretend to be my favorite player growing up, and using the right hand still as well. Kaprizov's a lefty.
Yeah. And still managed to score on it too. He actually pulled off a pretty sick move. Still
pulled off a good move and did the hot hands celebration as well that we did a few years ago. So it was it was still really good. I still enjoyed it. So okay, my ranking. Try not to be biased as well with the number 1 spot, but Trevor Zegras, Jack Hughes, Kaprizov, DeBrincat, Pietrangelo.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. So the fact that Pietrangelo won is kind of insane. And my conspiracy theory that that you kind of made me think about when you were looking up how old Tkachuk was. Well, Zegras isn't 21. I don't think Hughes is either.
Hughes,
or is he just 21?
I think he's just 21.
Okay.
Trevor Zegras turns. I had to double check this though for something else. Trevor Zegras turns 21 in March.
Yeah. So technically he can't win since it's kind of like gambling and you're in Vegas.
Jack Hughes is 20. He turns 21 in May.
Okay. Yeah. So technically those guys can't win. So even though they were the best, they can't win because you can't give them money when you're in Vegas. And then I guess you could make the argument that, Pietrangelo had the lights and and stuff. So that was kind of unique. We haven't seen a jersey light up before, I guess. I don't know. Maybe. So, between those three, I don't know, you could make the argument for Pietrangelo over Kaprizov and DeBrincat. I'm not going to because I don't have a good one and I don't agree with it. It doesn't agree with my personal beliefs and values. But
even if you don't want to give it to Zegras because he's technically the special guest, he's not one of the All-Stars, it would go to Jack Hughes then. It would have to go to Jack Hughes. That was great, actually, to watch.
Yeah, right? So, yeah, he puts on the cape. He does a magic trick like you do in Vegas, and then he tosses his stick into the stands with his mini-me. Do you know who that was, by the way?
That was the if I remember correctly, it was the equipment manager's son for the Devils.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, if I'm remembering
how much did
correctly.
How much? Or first of all, when can that kid sign, and how much does he sign for?
Probably sign in the next 5 years for, I don't know, with a move like that, we'll go 2 million over 5, or 2 million, 2 million by 5, not over 5. That's
Mhm.
way less
Yeah.
than league 10.
Yeah, 2x5. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I think you could get a little more than that, but it's a
Yeah.
good starting point, anyways. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're a hardball GM, I see.
Dude, I really am. I was even like doing like fantasy stuff this morning.
Yeah. No, that's like, yeah, I agree with you. Like, even if you don't want to give it to the quote special guest, you're gonna live there.
Yeah, I had a hair stuck in my mouth.
Even if you don't want to give it to Zegras because he's the special guest, like you said, like
There were better options.
there was at least two better options
Yeah.
in
Somebody-
Kaprizov and Hughes.
Yeah. Somebody threw a again in the one of the group chats I'm in, they throw in like, how does Petrangelo win that? My answer, and I think this just sums it up, the house always wins.
Mhm.
You had to have a Vegas representative win in Vegas. So
Yeah.
But
Whatever. It is what it is.
at the end of the
Zegras is
day,
gonna-
it's fun.
yeah.
We still got to see some awesome things, right? Like
Yeah.
Zegras and Hughes are the ones that are going around on highlight reels, which is exactly what you want, right? Like at the
Mhm.
end of the day, you know, like whoever wins the breakaway challenge, it really doesn't matter as much as I mean, like none of these matter in the grand scheme of things. But there's pride to the accuracy shooting winner, right? There's pride to the
Mhm.
hardest shot winner, right?
Mhm.
The breakaway thing is just a creativity. It's a way to show off some of the personality of it.
Yeah.
Of course, it makes sense that the NHL squashes the personality ones, right? But
Well, yeah.
but like really, the end of the day, though, right? Like this is the one that really doesn't mean a whole lot. It's
Mhm.
purely just a fun thing, right? So yeah,
Yeah, I guess.
we're kind of getting up in arms about it as well. But it's more that's what excuse me. Now, man, I got hair stuck in my mouth. I'm choking on my own spit. Jesus Christ.
Honestly, after this, you should just go to bed and call it
I
a day.
should. I should. But I don't even know where I was going with it. Yeah.
I don't know. It's gone.
The hockey world knows who the actual winners were.
Yeah.
Right.
And at
Because
the end of the day,
it's
too,
what's
like-
going to push the game forward. There you go.
Yeah, at the end of the day, the NHL still wins, right? Like you said, the
Yeah,
house
exactly.
always wins. Like they still get these highlights that are going to go viral or
Yeah.
have gone viral on social media, right? So like
Mhm.
that's what matters. And we're going to get to see Zegras at many, many more skills competitions and all-star weekends.
Yeah.
Because he's at like, even if he doesn't actually deserve to go every year for whatever stupid reason, they're still going to invite him at least as a special guest for the breakaway challenge because
Yeah, exactly.
it's just too good to not
Yeah.
have that. So
Which is exactly what the NHL should be doing.
Mhm.
Right. So
yeah, exactly. So you know, Pietrangelo is going to retire, like potentially even die long before you know Zegras is
Holy
done
dude,
doing
all
breakaway
right.
challenges at the All-Star game. Like Zegras is going to be retired, you know, 6 cups under his belt, 6 Stanley Cup rings next to his Calder trophy and his many Art Rosses and Hart trophies, and he'll probably win a Selke and a Norris in there somewhere too, and Jack Adams at some point, you know.
somehow get the Vezina.
Yeah, but you
William
know,
and the Jennings.
yeah, eventually Anaheim's going to get a skills or an all-star event. And yeah, Zegras might be 60 years old, but they're going to bring him in for the breakaway challenge and he's going to play it up and he's going to, you know, have tennis balls on his, you know, walker.
On his walker, yeah.
Yeah, and just, you know, slowly make his way down center ice and then just like pull out the Michigan at, you know, 60 years old and embarrass whatever young goaltender they throw in net. So,
Be great.
you know, in the end, Zegras wins.
Yeah,
That's all that matters.
exactly. Yeah.
Okay. Shall we move on?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Fastest skater. Pretty big upset on this one, I think.
Yeah.
With Jordan Kyrou winning at 13.55 seconds, upsetting Connor McDavid, upsetting Dylan Larkin. And I mean, those are kind of the big names that were there, and I think the ones that people would expect to win, but
Yeah. The previous winner of this was Matthew Barzal in 2020 as well, who wasn't even invited to the All-Star game this year. So there was to be a new champion no matter what.
Mhm.
ESPN here as well said this was this will be McDavid's event to lose. But if anyone can top the Oilers captain, our money's on Larkin or Kyle Connor.
Yeah, I mean, Connor put up a good run.
Yeah, he did.
Was
But
he
yeah,
third?
I Oh, damn, I don't remember offhand.
I don't remember
I
either.
believe
I'll see if
so.
I can find it here. But...
Yeah. But I believe all but 2 guys were in like the 13, like the high 13-second range. So only 2 of them just got over the 14 seconds. So all these guys obviously with like crazy speed and that sort of thing. But yeah, the McDavid one was definitely the disappointment. But obviously good on Jordan Kyrou. I was just laughing when you and I both have the Sportsnet app on our phone, right? And so we get the push notifications of different headlines or that. And the headline that they wrote, I'm like, you could have wrote this in so many other ways that didn't just sound pretentious. And it was like McDavid loses to Kyrou for it. It's like McDavid got 4th, I think. Like, why not just Jordan Kyrou wins the fastest skater?
Yeah.
That's what it was.
I remember seeing it, and it was
everything's
like
gotta everything's got to be like around somebody else that's Canadian or like on a Canadian team. It's like, I get it, but also like Jordan Kyrou did it. The dude's like what, 21 or something like that?
He's pretty young. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, good on him.
Know, but yeah,
that's what it should be. The focus should be on Kyrou, not on McDavid. Like, yeah, I get it. It was McDavid's thing to lose, but like McDavid lost it.
Yeah, like if you would have been second, like sure, it's like
sure. Then you can maybe
McDavid. Yeah,
perfect. That makes sense. But when McDavid's beaten out by 3 other guys, we don't need mention of him.
So the actual results here were Kyrou at 13.55, and then it was your boy here, Adrian Kempe.
Okay, maybe Kempe going to the skills comp was a good idea.
And then Chris Kreider was 3rd at about 13.6. McDavid 13.69 at 4th. Makar, who I think was kind of the other guy that people would have had money on, at 13.8. Connor also at 13.8. Kyle Connor. And then the 2 guys that were in the 14-second range were Dylan Larkin, 14.1, and Kuznetsov at 14.55.
And I think it was Larkin that on that last turn,
he kind of had a bit of a stumble. Yeah,
he hit his skate blade along the board, right? So it definitely, like, even if it's just 0.25 of a second, that definitely takes off some of your time. So
yeah, with this event, like, I always look forward to it because I'm obviously a McDavid fan.
Yeah,
and I want him to win it, but it's like the least exciting event to watch.
It is, but it isn't. It's still fun just seeing these guys go.
Yeah, it is, and you get to see their flow too, and like it's just God, they just all look so hot. But
what I would like to see though is basically what made the controversy of the Larkin thing a few years ago. You have them start at the back blue line, and their time starts when they cross the red. Like, give them that running start. I think to like get that speed up, then you can actually see like how fast they are, instead of, okay, you have like really less than half a sheet of ice to get up to speed before you're in a turn already. So
yeah, I don't even think like the running start, like if they really don't want a running start, like they should at least just start the lap back at the blue line, right? So that you have that basically that full length of ice to get up to speed.
Yeah, exactly. And then you're taking that turn into the like in the final there, the final push. So
yeah, exactly. Rather than having the turn be kind of at the beginning. So
yeah,
it's just not my favorite event. And like, I'd love to see him again. This is a little bit of McDavid bias as well, because I think he would excel more at the event this way. But like, give him a puck or something like that they have to carry around as well. Like, just make him do something that's that actually shows off like how impressive these skills are. Because like, then guys like McDavid and Makar and McKinnon, if he ever goes, like, those are the guys that are like fast, and maybe not the fastest, but they can actually do hockey things at the fastest speed.
Yeah, exactly.
And Larkin too. He's another one. But then I think like those 4 are just like always in contention, because the other guys are going to fuck up or have to go a little bit slower. I also liked when they did the 2 guys at the same time, like
like racing against each other. Yeah,
it adds just a little bit more of like a push to them.
Yeah, because you're racing the other guy at the same time. It's not just you're racing a clock.
Yeah.
So one thing I would love to see, if you want to modify the fastest skater, is you do fastest skater but doing suicides. So start from the goal line.
Mhm.
We'll shorten it. We'll go goal line to center, back to the goal line to the far goal line. Whoever can do
Yeah.
that the fastest.
Mhm.
So because then you still have like the stop starts and that, and you got to see like who has that launch off speed that gets them going, right? So and you have like a
Yeah.
full speed of ice at that point. You're not trying to you might want to put like a mat at the end boards because they're just
Oh,
gonna,
yeah.
like, just fly into it, right? But
Yeah. Well, they had
um,
mats on all the corners, right?
yeah, but I think that'd be kind of interesting to watch.
Yeah, that'd be cool too. Yeah, because like a lot of the things with like the fastest skater is like their ability to just like that explosive speed. Like they're at
Yeah.
a standstill and all of a sudden they're at 30 kilometers an hour.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, that's what I got though.
Mhm.
So
I would
Maybe
even
that's
I know on the 32 Thoughts podcast, Merrick really wants like a backwards fastest
I
skater
like that
event.
idea too.
It's a sick
like it,
idea.
yeah.
I honestly think it'd be kind of cool to, I mean, I don't know if this is like the best way to do it because then it kind of favors defensemen, but you do like, you go forwards from like red line, like goal line to goal line, and then backwards the other way.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. So it's kind of a combination of both, like who's the fastest skater forwards and backwards.
Okay, I see what you mean.
But then I think like obviously all hockey players can skate backwards, but like the fastest backwards skaters are defensemen.
Yeah, and you can kind of you just make that the fastest skater, like not even like just a normal skater and backwards.
Like fastest forward, fastest.
You just make that
backwards,
the fastest skater thing because then you have the guys who say can go forward really fast,
Mhm.
but maybe not so hot going backwards, right? You gotta you can try to use your advantage to make the time, right? So because
Mhm.
even if a guy may not be necessarily as fast, like a half second, let's go less than the fastest like forward skater, right? They might be able to make up for it with their backward skating. So it's kind of like the fastest all around skater.
Yeah. I think it'd be cool because it's like at this point we know who the fastest skaters are, and it's basically everybody on this list except maybe Kuznetsov. He looked like he was struggling through that event.
This is
but
not
like,
a typical event.
yeah, everybody else on this list, and you throw in Matt Barzal, and I think those are the 8 fastest skaters in the league.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess you could make the argument for McKinnon too, who's usually there, and maybe another guy, but
yeah, and I think he would have been a part of that as well this season.
Oh,
if
definitely.
He didn't get dummied by Taylor Hall. So
yeah. So yeah, I don't know. It'd just be interesting to shake it up because like, yeah, like the winner changes from year to year, but we know who the fastest skaters are.
Yeah, exactly. It is just fun to see the time, right? So
yeah,
but
so yeah, I don't know, but I mean, you could still do like fastest forwards and backwards because like if you start forwards, goal line to goal line, like you could still have a timer and like, oh, you can skate the whole length of the ice in, I don't know, 10 seconds or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That's my opinion. It just needs a little bit of a tweak. So
yeah.
Spent a lot more time on that than I thought we would, but
yeah, I'm kind of looking at the time right now and I'm like, oh, okay. So
yeah. I mean, this is really all we have. I guess we got the games too. Holy fuck.
Oh, we don't, there's not really a whole lot to get into on the games, I think.
That's true. Yeah.
Like they were fun.
Yeah.
Like we're not going to like break it down like a normal Ducks game or anything like that. So
yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
The save streak.
Actually, can we? Sorry, I want to say that one for last. We talk about the Fountain Faceoff.
Okay.
First?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So Fountain Faceoff. Zach Werenski won this event 25.634 seconds, hitting all 5 targets in the final against. Was it Yossi?
Yes, it was.
Yeah. I forget his time. I think it was in the 40s as well.
Yeah,
he really struggled with that last one.
But something, I think, if I remember that correctly.
Sounds about right. But
yeah,
this was a really cool event. A few guys struggled with this one as well. I think just with the I don't know, maybe it had to do with the pucks that were a little bit different. I heard one guy say like you got to put a little bit more on it than you would expect. So maybe the pucks were a little bit heavier because they had like the lights in them or whatever.
Yeah, they also I think the main issue is you're trying to send the puck flat so it doesn't bounce,
Yeah.
right? Because if it bounced and went out, it didn't count. I don't think
Yeah, that's
it had
right.
to stay. So
Mhm.
the bouncing definitely hurt guys, but so I think it's the bounce, and at first it was the net being so far back, because it can't
Yeah,
like
the
really
first few guys
hit down
struggled
in
with that. Yeah.
front, right? So
Mhm.
and then who I think it was this whoever was second,
It was Giroux.
Giroux. Yeah, he just figured out
Yeah.
just to like wind up and slap it down.
Yeah, I love that. I laughed so hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he was the only guy to do it, but all the other guys were like, okay, like you actually have to put some pepper on it because he wound up for the slap shot and it still like barely made it.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, this competition will literally happen did happen on the fountains of the Bellagio, which also, if you haven't seen that in person, it is beautiful to take in. Both day and night. It's really cool to watch. The 8 participants will travel by boat to a quote rink set up in the fountain where they'll shoot 5 pucks as quickly as possible at 5 targets. I know the Bellagio probably doesn't want it, but this would be cool to just like leave as a year-round thing, actually, as a tourist attraction to try out. I think it'd be really fun.
Yeah, absolutely. I would pay so much money to do that.
Yeah.
You have no idea.
Qualifying players will advance to the final where a breeze of fountain spray is set to swirl and make things extra difficult for the competitors.
See, what I thought that meant was that like they were gonna have like be like right next to the fountains and like actually get like Wipeout style get sprayed in the face. Do you remember that show?
Funny. Yeah, I remember that show.
Gotta like run across the big balls to each platform, and as they're going, they're just getting like smoked in the face with random various foamy things.
This event had Jocelyn Lamoureux Davidson. Lamoureux.
Mm-hmm.
Davidson as one of the shooters, and she placed third with like 16 seconds on it.
Mm-hmm.
Like yeah. So she beat out Jordan Eberle, Claude Giroux, Jonathan Huberdeau, Mark Stone, and Nick Suzuki.
Mm-hmm.
Good on her. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I love to see.
Yeah, she went like kind of near the middle as well, right? And like so and most of the guys at that point up until that point had struggled. And she just like kind of wrecked them all.
Like, I got it.
I think the best time before that was like, I don't know, maybe 25 seconds.
Something like that, yeah.
And then she just sets like 16, and then they were like, oh fuck. And then I think Yossi went next, and he did like pretty well. I think he did like 11 seconds.
All right. I know, I think he did 15, and it was
15.
Orensky did 11. Yeah. And then they both struggled a little bit more comparatively to the first round, but
yeah,
I
think it's just
doing 25.
Just adding that fifth little short pass.
Yeah,
just, I think that was a struggle because it was most of it was their like off or like their handedness. So like if they shot right, it was the one on the right that they struggled with because they're kind of like shooting. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
It's the weird angle.
Yeah, but yeah, she did fantastic. So
yeah, it was really fun to watch.
I honestly thought she was gonna like win it. Like when she put up that time, I was like, I don't think anyone's beating.
Yeah,
her. And then both Yossi and Wierenski did,
but this was definitely a fun one to watch. The camera angles could have been a little bit better.
I like some of the drones.
This was interesting. So
yeah, like they had the drones up above the fountain, and those camera angles were really cool. But like some of the
ones that they had set up though, weren't great.
Yeah.
This was another pre-recorded one as well. So, and the favorite to win this by ESPN was Huberdeau. So
okay, I thought he did pretty good too, from what I remember. But I like the personality on this one as well because they kind of had all the guys mic'd up, and just like the 21 and 22, there was a little bit of downtime where they could kind of chirp each other and stuff like that. So it was cool.
Yeah, I also enjoyed the return of the glowing pucks from what was that? I think like the late 90s, early 2000s that they tried that on TV to have the glowing puck.
Yeah,
just so you could follow it.
Yeah, it looked kind of uncomfortable that like they had to whack the top of the puck before they shot it.
Yeah, I forget who had posted something about it. They were like, don't they have somebody that could do that for them?
Yeah, I don't know.
But I don't even know what the purpose was of that. Like besides is it just a visual thing so you could see where it went?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Besides that, though, I thought it looked
Yeah.
it looked fun to do. So
It might have also been because like the platforms lit up when the puck landed on them, so maybe there's some sort it like activates some sort of sensor so that it knows when it's on that platform. I don't know.
Yeah.
But.
Oh, they did have the light up ones as well for the 21 and 22 challenge. So
yeah,
I think you're
maybe
right.
it just looks cool.
Thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it was still fun to watch though, for sure. So
yeah. Okay, save streak is the last one here. So, the Atlantic Division. Well, maybe you want to explain how this works first, because I know this is kind of a bit of a weird.
Yeah. So it was everybody got involved, unless your name is Connor McDavid. 4 goalies versus 36 players. So instead of doing it individually as they had in the past, it was you were paired up with your division partner. So it was Freddie Anderson and I'm making sure I have this right here actually, because the names are all kind of mixed up actually. So you had Vasilevsky and Campbell, you had Anderson and Jari, Demko and Gibson, Talbot and Saros. Yeah, and they would you're partnered up with them. So if like you make the save, you still have to rely on your partner down at the end to make the save as well.
Yeah,
that part I wasn't as much of a fan of. For say a case like the Pacific Division with John Gibson and Jack Campbell, Gibson went 5 for 5 He made all his saves, but Campbell's the one who let in the 3 goals that had them shut down, right? So, or Demko, not Campbell. That had it shut down, right? So I understand kind of the teamwork thing, but when goaltending is such a individual position, and you're having to rely on somebody like that, I don't know. It didn't work as well for me this year, just doing that partnership kind of thing. Yeah, I understand kind of what they were doing, but at the same time, it also felt like they were just trying to race through it. To me,
yeah, it did.
It felt like just like
it was a very fast,
too fast paced kind of thing. So, but
I think with that one, they're trying to like show off like, because you get those games that are like goalie battles, right? Like there's like, I don't like the goalie that you're facing is like standing on his head, made 20 saves in the first period or whatever, and you only saw like 6 or 7 shots. So then you come out and it becomes a bit of a battle. Like, oh, I want to do better than the guy that just made 20 saves in a period. And like you end up 0-0 game. Both goalies like stood on their head to make 50 saves kind of thing. And I think they were trying to capture that here, but
then if you're doing so well and you lose because of the other guy, that kind of sucks.
Yeah. We're just bitter because we know John Gibson is better than those plugs in the Atlantic, but Demko couldn't get his shit together and make a save. So
I think last place was Saros and Talbot, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they only got 2.
But like it's kind of the same case there, where like one of them was doing better than the other guy. So
yeah,
I'd like to see it go back to like the individual thing in the future. If you still want to go, like the back-to-back shots, like either side, I think that's where you have the actual competition of say, it's Pacific versus Central. Yeah, we'll go with that. You have John Gibson or Thatcher Demko in one net, one of them in one net, while their teammates shoot on Talbot and or Saros on the other end.
Yeah,
I think so. You're basically doing a shootout. I get that, but if you want to keep that competitiveness, I think that's what you do. Otherwise, just leave it individually. So
yeah, for sure. But, no, I agree. So, but I do actually enjoy that event. Whenever it comes up, I'm like,
it's fun to watch.
Yeah.
It's the one for the goalies. So
yeah, I think that the issue I had with it before is it's like, this isn't the shootout I want. I want the breakaway challenge.
Yeah, but now that we have both, it works.
Yeah. Now I actually like thoroughly enjoyed it, because you're right. It is the one for the goalies. Like they don't get to do anything else. So
yeah, but. Yeah, that's the only thing I would tweak for the future. Other than that, yeah, it's fun. So,
yeah.
I also like the idea, though, actually, that if you could have had all the goals scored on you throughout it, but if you saved the last shot, then you could continue. I did kind of like that, actually. It's a little bit of a redemption there.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, but I kind of laughed though at McDavid not being allowed to go because they went through all their guys. I was like, okay, but like it's the All-Star game. You don't have any rules or that. Let them just go for fun. Fuck.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, well, they had because they let Trevor Zegras shoot on this, right? So they technically had an extra.
Had an extra guy, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So it's yeah. Oh well.
The
I
NHL
don't think
just
he
doesn't
really
like
cared.
fun, even at their fun events.
Yeah. Like of all the players to snub for you know a shootout type event,
Yeah,
you
you're
pick
snubbing
Connor
McDavid.
McDavid. Like, come on.
Oh.
Okay. Well, anything else you want to add about the skills competition, just in general here?
Not about the skills necessarily, no.
Okay.
It was fun. It was fun to watch this year. I just felt it was rushed to do nothing. That's the only like overall issue I had with it. And I was talking to you about this the other day, like as it was going on.
Mhm.
All the events felt rushed just to then sit around a little bit, listen to a couple interviews or that sort of thing. That's
Right.
really the only gripe I had with it. Like I get you are on like a time crunch, both with TV and you don't want everybody just chilling in the building for 5 hours. I get that.
Mhm.
But it just the events themselves, what you're actually paying the money to see, those just felt a little rushed to me. Whether it
Yeah.
was the save streak to the fastest skater to the breakaway challenge. So it just felt like, okay, you gotta go. Okay, now we're just gonna sit and wait for the next thing. Chill out for a little bit.
Mhm.
Okay, go. Wait. Right? So that's the
Yeah.
only gripe I had with it. But
Yeah. No, I totally get it. But
so
yeah. Well, let's take a quick break here before we get into quickly into the games and then some news and other things. Oh boy, this is gonna be a long one.
news is pretty
Yeah.
quick. The one thing
No,
is
it's all
literally
good.
just going to be brushed over because we've actually talked about it already. And the other thing is just all right, here's a couple announcements. So
Yeah. But yeah, we're gonna take a quick break here and then finish up the podcast on the other side.
yeah.
Did you know that your favorite band also loves your favorite hockey team? If you love hockey and you love music, you're going to love Bar Down Breakdown, a podcast that explores the crossover between alternative music and the sport we love, hockey.
Every NHL player wants to be in a band, and every band guy wants to be in a pro athlete.
With guests from all over the globe, come along with us as we interview some of the most captivating names in alternative music and talk about why we love hockey and how it's influenced us.
You know, there was for a few seconds I thought like, well, maybe we should wear Montreal jerseys, and the NHL was like, I think you should stay neutral. And we're like, yeah, you know what, you're probably right.
So tune in every Tuesday on the Hockey Podcast Network, where we'll have a brand new guest and a unique look into the bridge between hockey and music.
Okay. Yeah, the three kind of all-star games, I guess, that we had going on. First one was Pacific against the Metro. Also, what did you think about how they decided the matchups with the Marchessault and the I forget who the magician was, but
I thought it was kind of cool, actually. I enjoyed it.
it was
Just kind of the
interesting.
randomness, yeah.
Yeah, because I think usually what they've done is just Pacific and Central, Atlantic and Metro, right?
Yeah, to have like a West versus East matchup at the end of it, I believe. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I thought it was cool that we got like the West and East mixed up because of that. So
You could have, you had the potential of like an East versus East or a West versus West kind of thing. So
yeah. So yeah, the Pacific and Metro was the first game, a 6-4 win for the Metro division, almost 6-5, but I guess they ended up not counting Marchessault's goal at the end.
Yep, just like the NHL to wave off a goal during a fun event.
Yeah. Like, what's the harm in just like giving it to him?
Exactly. Like it wasn't like it could be a tying goal or anything like that. So
Yeah. What was there? Was this one of the games that had a offside challenge, or was
no,
that
I think
the
that was
other two?
I think that was the next game, the Central and the Atlantic. The Central and the Atlantic game, like game 2, was
Mhm.
definitely played with a little bit more intensity all around.
Yeah,
So,
I honestly thought it was a better game. I was honestly kind of bored in the Metro and Pacific game.
yeah, a little bit until it got close and then it kind of got spread out again. So,
Yeah.
but the Pacific just not having a good time with the 3-on-3 tournament style. I can't remember the last time they went past the first round of this.
Well, I thought they won it in 2020.
No, not in 2020.
Was it the Metro?
When Oh, when was Brock Besser a rookie? Was that 2016 or 2017? I think that's the last time they did because Besser won the MVP.
Oh, okay.
So
let's do results. So I'm just on Wikipedia.
Oh, there you
go. They didn't have one last year. Yeah, the Pacific won it in 2020. They beat out the Atlantic 5-4. Yeah. Oh wait.
I did not remember that.
Yeah. Or am I being dumb? Hold on. Hold the phone. Oh yeah, no, they won both their games. Yeah. Yeah. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't remember that.
Yeah, so they won it in 2020, 2018, and 2016. And then the Metro won it in 2017, 2019, and 2022.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
All right, so my memory's not all there, I guess.
No, not in this case.
No,
usually
not in this case.
But, yeah.
But yeah, the Central versus Atlantic game was a lot better, and I really enjoy. I understand you have the two goalies; you have to play them both.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I wanted Cam Talbot to stay in for the Central Division. That dude was going hard and was giving the Central the chance pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
And I even texted you, being like, "Man, Calgary and Edmonton both gave up on this guy.
Yeah,
like mistakes were made." I even thought, I'm like, okay, obviously it was like quite a few years away still from Henrik Lundqvist retiring, but like, imagine if New York had kept Talbot around and for the Rangers.
Oh, him and Shesterkin.
Yeah, or even just have Talbot, right?
Yeah,
like Shesterkin's really good. Don't get me wrong, as well, right? But like, I don't really know in that case who's actually the better goaltender, but to have them both play behind that Rangers team would have been holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, that'd be great to watch. So
yeah, absolutely.
It's kind of it's a what if episode, but
well, just while we're on the topic of goalies here, John Gibson too. Like he kind of kept the team in it as well. Like exactly the same as just a regular Ducks game. Like hit Gibson's team being outshot, him having to stand on his head to like actually keep the team in it. Like.
Yeah, and the shots as well look kind of like a Ducks game too. The Metro with 26 shots compared to the Pacific's 15.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm not convinced that this wasn't just the Ducks team with Pacific Division jerseys
and masks on to look like Connor McDavid and Johnny Gaudreau and Timo Meier and yeah.
Also, we didn't even talk about Troy Terry's his like pass to get into the stadium. Did you see that?
Oh yeah, I did.
There was a picture of Sam Steele on it.
It wasn't even him.
That did make me realize how much Terry and Steele look like each other. Like Steele honestly just looks like Terry with like a mustache to disguise him.
And just a little bit older, yeah.
Yeah, but I thought that was so funny.
Oh, so somebody at the NHL is getting like chirped at for that 100%. Like not even reprimanded, just getting chirped.
Yeah. I like the picture of Terry showing it to Matthews. Yeah.
I like the caption that was going around with it. It was like one of the greatest players and showing a fan his press badge.
Yeah.
I
guess the final.
That Central Atlantic game was awesome to watch. I enjoyed it. So
yeah, it was pretty good. The Metro Central was pretty good as well. The final game there. Especially like the last half was it was basically just an NHL game. Like it was basically 10 minutes of 3-on-3 overtime. So it was very intense. And there was like a few plays where I was like, okay, this is an all-star game. Like maybe chill a little bit. Like there was a couple times where I was like, someone's going to get laid the fuck out and not be happy about it.
Yeah.
Like obviously you can hit in the all-star game, but like you really don't.
I don't think they're supposed to, actually.
They're not supposed to, no.
Yeah. Okay, between the second game and the final, though, we had Machine Gun Kelly play. A little bit of an unplugged here, I guess, in a way.
Mm-hmm.
What did you think of the performance by Machine Gun Kelly? As somebody who doesn't normally listen to him, I guess, right?
Not gonna lie, I was in the bathroom for the whole performance. I could still hear it, and I thought it sounded good, but I didn't really pay attention. So
I thought the performance was good. The crowd sucked, but that's pretty standard. I feel like for, musical guests and the All-Star game, or just like any events, really. Crowd always kind of sucks at those. But yeah, I enjoyed Machine Gun Kelly for the TV purposes though, and being that this is both our first degrees as like audio engineering, the mix kind of was meh. But I'm not gonna like dive deep into that unless like you really want to. You can hit me up at Tate Novice on Twitter. But I thought the performance overall though was pretty sweet though, and he had like he's got like up in the, not a cage but like a rising platform that kind of went around a little bit by the stage and stuff like that. So I enjoyed the performance at least though. So, and I know I'm like an MGK fan, but it's also nice to see that like they weren't like lip syncing it. So like everything was actually live, which was nice to see. So yeah,
no, that's cool. Yeah, I wish I had something to add, but like I said, that's the part I didn't watch. So
Machine Gun Kelly already has the place in the NHL's hearts over Green Day, considering MGK didn't swear at all during his show.
Yeah,
that was a talking point. Actually, I think it was on the Jeff Merritt, or no, the 32 Thoughts podcast. They had one of the event coordinators for the NHL, and they were talking about that of like, how it didn't go as great as they wanted to with Green Day because of a lot of language. And I'm like, I was laughing at that. Like even when it happened, I'm like, what did you expect bringing Green Day out? Like you're gonna probably get something happening, right? Like
yeah, exactly.
They can be, but they're not exactly the most PG.
They're not that family
around,
friendly,
right?
No,
so yeah, exactly. Like, and you just it's like me, right? You get excited and like doing whatever, right? You lay a few F-bombs out there. It's all good. So, but I guess it would probably be a little bit different if it was, not nationally televised. So
yeah, I think that's the thing with how many kids. It's not for the kids, but a good chunk of the All-Star weekend is for
the kids. Yeah,
so.
It's little Tommy in the crowd. What did he say? Billy Joe just goes, "Yo, let me repeat it. Fuck." Get your fucking hands up in the air. Little Tommy's now on the drive home in the back seat. Fuck. Yeah. Mom's just like, I hate Green Day.
I know I can't jump. I was going to jump ahead a little bit. So I was like, it's a perfect segue, but I'll leave it.
Yeah, we'll leave it.
Couple pieces of news here. The one coming out on the Thursday right after we recorded. I mean, we talked about it anyways. The Ducks hiring Pat Verbeek. It just wasn't really official yet, but we kind of gave our thoughts on that. So if you want to hear it, I actually made it a YouTube clip because I was 99% sure it was going to be out there. So you can just go check that out on our YouTube page. The whole episode's up there, but also there's just a clip of Pat Verbeek and our thoughts on having him as the new GM. So
sum it up.
Nothing to add, but now that it's official, it's good.
Sum it up. It's good.
I haven't
another
seen
thing we're going to steal from Detroit.
Yeah. I haven't seen anybody that's upset about it. Like everybody I've seen is like, this is a good move. So
exactly.
Or they're like, I don't know who this is, so I don't have an opinion. But
I can't wait for the Ducks season recap to be like, we stole Pat Verbeek and we stole the culture from Detroit. Get fucked.
Yeah.
Can't wait for that year-end recap. Let's go.
Yeah. And we traded for like Tyler Bertuzzi at the deadline or something.
I don't want Bertuzzi.
Yeah. Larkin. There we go.
Larkin,
he was just he was the first Red Wings player not named Raymond Insider that came to mind. So
fair enough.
Yeah, Larkin.
Oh.
Not that they would trade the captain, but these I actually didn't even hear about this. I don't know how I missed it, but the NHL announcing their specialty events for next season, the 22-23 NHL season. First one being a winter classic hosted by the Bruins at Fenway Park. Is that their baseball stadium?
Yeah, it is.
Sick. Look at me go. The All-Star game will be hosted by the Florida Panthers. Definitely not doing well. Actually, they probably do quite a few outdoor events at that. Maybe they'll do like the fountain face-off in the middle of the ocean or something.
That'd be kind of cool. Yeah, or you gotta like launch it off of like a yacht.
Yeah,
you combine the fountain face-off and like the arches, and you gotta do it off a yacht.
Yeah.
into like skidoos or something.
Each NHL player, like, can drive their own personal yacht down to Florida.
Yeah,
and
there you go.
just launch it off there. And the other one is a stadium series that'll be hosted by Carolina at Carter Finley Stadium, which is at North Carolina State University.
Yes.
Cool. Is that football stadium, I'm assuming?
I would imagine so. I'm actually not 100% sure.
Okay.
So
yeah,
I'm just going off of the information I could find. So
yeah, that's totally fair. I'm going off the information that you put in our outline that you could find. So
yeah. The Carolina jerseys, we may have already actually seen them. There was a leak because this game was supposed to happen last season, I believe, and just things got kind of pushed around because of COVID.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe like there was the leak of these jerseys already. So unless they're going to revamp them, just do something new kind of thing. You can find it out there. So it is definitely a stadium series type jersey, but it is a nice one. Definitely better than the Smashville ones in my opinion. But All-Star game in Florida, that's a great spot as well, right?
Yeah, especially with Florida like doing well.
Yeah, exactly.
Over the last couple of years, it's a good time to really dive into that market.
Yeah, exactly. And especially like, it's the Panthers hosting, it's not the Lightning, right? So you can
that too.
Bring some more eyes to the Panthers specifically, which there should be more as a whole, right? Like, just that building needs to be way more full, honestly, especially for a team like they have right now. That needs to that needs to be packed every night.
Yeah, exactly.
The Winter Classic with Boston at Fenway. It's the second time that Boston's hosted at Fenway Park. So it's something we've already seen. And Boston, I believe this will be their 5th game. Let me double check that though. Wow. But like I'm kind of over the Chicagos, the Boston. I get that they're the money drivers realistically, or like your viewers kind of thing.
Yeah, but and because it's supposed to be like a classic game and they're like, original
kind
6
of over it. I'm kind of over it. So I would like to see some new teams like this year. Yeah, you had the repeat in St. Louis, but we've only seen them once before. We got to see Minnesota new, which was great.
Which was good. Yeah.
So,
I just hope that they have like a good team. Oh, not like a good team, but like a different team against Boston.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to see Pittsburgh. I don't want to see LA, even though they're usually like stadium series. I don't want to see Chicago.
Yeah,
I mean, Detroit would be okay, I guess.
Yeah, Detroit's been in 2.
2,
yeah. Because they played against Chicago, I think. Okay, here, I have the list up now. Okay. Yeah, Detroit and Chicago played in the second one in 2009. And then they played the Maple Leafs, the only Canadian team to be part of a Winter Classic, I believe. In 2014, which was postponed from 2013 because of the lockout. Okay. So, oh no, sorry. The Canadians also played against the Bruins in 2016.
Oh, right.
So the Leafs were just the first Canadian team to do it. But yeah, so taking a look here for Boston specifically, 2010, that was at Fenway Park. That's that first one. 2010 they played there. They played in 2016 against the Canadians. They played in 2019 against the Blackhawks. And then in 2023 they'll play against to be determined. So 4 games out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 4 out of 14 games have shown Boston. They have been spread out, but like, I'm kind of over it.
There's 32 NHL teams, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I get that there's only so many places you can do this. Like, you can't do an outdoor Winter Classic in Florida. Like, that's literally never going to happen. But you can bring Florida to somewhere else, right?
Exactly.
So, and I mean, like, I get that you want to have like a good rivalry matchup as well. So, like, it kind of alienates some teams, but like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I actually wouldn't mind. Well, no, Seattle doesn't get one. Because I was like, well, Seattle could like go, but like there's a bunch of other teams that deserve it before Seattle.
Yeah. We've only seen 14 teams in the Winter Classic over 14 years. That's it.
Yeah.
That's not even half the league yet. I know there's expansion, but okay, even go before 2017. We haven't even seen half the league yet participate in this. Mix it up a little. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's have some fun.
I would love to see Vancouver go to
Right?
this one.
That'd be a
Yeah.
sweet one.
Yeah, bring back like their old black, red, and yellow style jerseys, or even like the
Bring the V
Orca
back.
ones. The V, yeah, like there's tons of
Yeah.
options they could do here.
There's
It's
options.
it's a kind of a rematch of like the 2011
11, yeah.
Stanley Cup. So yeah, I don't know. It's like a bit of a rivalry. Like obviously, there's not many of those guys around. Like there's Bergeron and Marchand, and that's it. But yeah, no, I think that's really it.
Yeah.
So like that'd be good to see though. I don't know. And then like their alumni game with the Sedins and Bergeron,
Oh, that'd be
as he
so much fun.
retires, and yeah, I don't
bring
know.
back,
like,
bring Tim Thomas out of the fucking woods for
yeah,
Boston.
right.
Just full on 2011 rematch.
Yeah, I really hope
Milan
they
Lucic
do
can
that,
go
yeah.
from Calgary to Boston for that game
Yeah,
for the alumni. So something interesting here, all games are played on New Year's Day except for 2012 and 2017, which were played on January 2nd due to New Year's Day falling on a Sunday. 2023 New Year's Day will also be a Sunday, so we'll have to wait and see if that's going to be played on January 2nd as well, of a Monday. So
they can't do an outdoor game on a Sunday.
apparently not.
I feel like that would be a decent
I have no idea
time
why.
to do it.
Yeah. Oh,
Weird.
maybe football. I believe is. Oh man, is the NFL played in? Oh yeah, the NFL's played in January. Yeah. So you have like football Sundays. You don't really want to try to be clashing with that, so that might be the reason for it. So
Maybe. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Oh, I did look it up. Yeah, that is that Carolina Stadium is the home of the North Carolina State Wolfpack, an NCAA team at the university.
There you go.
So look at us go. We were right.
There you go.
We know our shit.
Okay, here you go. Here's a list of the appearances. What teams have been in the so the appearance of what team and how many times they've had it. I'm going to go from least to greatest. All right.
Mhm.
So with one game, you have the Minnesota Wild, the Nashville Predators, the Dallas Stars, Toronto Maple Leafs, and the Montreal Canadiens. So that's 5 of your 14 teams already have only had one game.
Mhm.
With 2 appearances, the Buffalo Sabres, Pittsburgh Penguins, Detroit Red Wings, St. Louis Blues, Washington Capitals, and the New York Rangers.
See, I always thought that the Penguins would have more, but I guess they've had a lot of stadium series.
Yeah, they've had more stadium series games.
Yeah.
With 3 appearances, the Boston Bruins,
Soon to be 4.
and they will tie the Chicago Blackhawks with 4 appearances, the most out of anybody.
Mhm.
Which
And Chicago
also
also has stadium series appearances,
Yeah.
don't they?
Yeah, they do. Which also warms my heart to see that the Chicago Blackhawks have gone 0 for 4 in the Winter Classic. Oh,
Nice. That's good. Okay, we got a couple other things we want to talk about here. Well, we have a What's Quacking as usual, but upcoming games, since we actually have none, that leaves us with a kind of a what the fuck do we do for the next episode? So we're going to bring out, well, I mean, we'll have upcoming games to talk about and a little bit of Ducks news. Maybe I think we should try and put together a trade package for Jack
Hughes.
We can do that, yeah. But then we're going to fill some time with some Unplugged. So we're going to do another band and discuss that band in whatever way it looks like. So we're going to do a poll, and this will be up sometime on Monday. So
Monday. Yep.
so if you're listening to this super bright and early, it might not be up yet, but just keep checking.
I won't be up that early.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So we're going to do the 3 bands you have to choose from are Green Day and Billy Talent and Nickelback. Those are the 3 that you get to pick for us to talk about on our Wednesday live stream episode.
Yeah. I want to talk about all these bands, but I won't say who, but I get the feeling I know who the people are going to pick.
Oh, I think we all know.
Yeah. We'll see what happens though. So either way though,
Yeah,
I'll
who
be
knows?
happy to talk about any of these bands.
Yeah, and
I've been fortunate enough to see 2 of them. I'm not going to give away who. I've been fortunate enough to see 2 of these bands in person though. One band I would still love to see in person at some point. I've listened through the catalogs of all 3 of these bands multiple times, like front to back kind of deals. So yeah, I'm excited for this. It'll be good. Whoever gets picked, it'll be fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll be excited for it as well.
Yeah.
I know we've had Billy Talent on there before, and they just didn't make the cut. So
Yeah, it got close.
yeah, so decided to bring him back and see if I mean, they got some tough competition, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, let's do some what's quacking. You got a couple quick things here, so we should be able to pound these out.
Yeah, let's do it. So I'm going to start off actually with not the video that I was originally going to start with. Where to go here? So here we got a how do I even describe this? It's another like animated movie, but with real life consequences. Or no, real life, but animated movie consequences. Sure, that works. Kind of breakdown here. So, Carter, you remember the movie Madagascar, right?
Oh yes, very much so.
So this relates to Alex the Lion, and unfortunately, September 11th, 2001.
Oh.
The lion witnessed 9/11. I have proof that not only 9/11 happened in the Madagascar universe, but that Alex and his friends saw it happen. In Madagascar Escape to Africa, in a plane boarding scene, we see this lemur TSA. Now, it's very common for movies with non-human characters to make a bit or a gag out of adding some very human or very American aspect of society to their world that doesn't really need it. So it could be argued that a TSA doesn't necessarily imply that 9/11 happened. However, a previous scene from this very same movie, a flashback that shows when Alex the Lion first arrived in New York City, shows the Twin Towers. So it is canon that when Alex arrived in New York, prior to September 11th, 2001, there were Twin Towers. Towers that were not standing when the events of the first movie took place. Also, this is a view from Central Park on 9/11. I am forced to believe that Alex the Lion witnessed the September 11th attacks, told King Julian about it, and urged him to establish a TSA. Anyway, how's your day going?
Why does that actually fit though with like the canon of like Alex would tell King Julian like you got to do this, you got to do this, we got to make sure everybody's safe.
Yeah, right. I think
it fits with his character actually.
Yeah, I think it fits with is Melvin the name of the giraffe?
Yeah.
Yeah, with him because he's just like stressed about everything. I mean, normally about like his health. He thinks he's dying all the time. But yeah, exactly. Like with both of them, I can just see him freaking out. So
yeah. And then you got Marty, the zebra, played by Chris Rock, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's like, it's fine. We'll be fine. Gloria's who's Gloria played by again? Shit, I don't remember.
I don't remember. Yeah.
She would just be like lounging, just like agreeing with Marty, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's a good movie.
I want to watch it again, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. The penguins were great though.
Oh,
I haven't seen like the movie of like the penguins of Madagascar or whatever.
No.
But the penguins were great comic relief in that movie. So.
Absolutely. Yeah. Throughout the whole series too. I forget which one it is. I think
I've only seen the first one actually.
Oh, really?
The first one, yeah.
In the second one, it's yeah, I think that's the one where they end up in Africa and their plane goes down and penguins are like, "Oh, well, we can fix it." And we're like, "Oh, yeah, it'll take like I don't know, 4 to 6 weeks to fix it." And then Alex is like, 46 weeks. And he's like, no, 4 to 6 weeks. I don't know. I think that part is so hilarious.
Almost a year to fix it. No, just like a month and a half. Calm down.
Yeah.
Oh, man. All right. Let me pull up the second thing I have here, which ties everything back together again.
Mm-hmm.
Back to the All-Star game. Yeah. I love when hot mics pick up the player commentary. And we believe this one might have been, I think they all had microphones on them, but we think this one might have gotten just picked up by Johnny Gaudreau, who was doing interviews during the actual game itself.
Mm-hmm.
So the set, or yeah. Okay. So I guess there was a call, or like a challenge of some sort, I guess, during the Pacific versus the Metro game. Yeah. And so this was Jonathan Marchessault's reaction to his goal getting called back during the game.
It could have been the very last one.
It might have been, yeah. Oh yeah, because I think it was Marchessault who scored it actually. So
yeah,
take a listen here.
They waved it off. I knew it. It's always the same guy that fucks me.
I hope you could hear that. I have it like playing at full blast.
Yeah, it was pretty quiet, but that's okay.
Oh, no, it's not gonna. Where we go? Here we go.
Oh, they waved it off. I knew it. It's always the same guy that fucks me.
Like Green Day throwing an F-bomb on national television. It's always the same guy that fucks me. They go on to say not in his native French tongue. Oh man. But yeah, I love when that kind of stuff slips through. I genuinely
good.
would pay like for and I don't know why the NHL hasn't done this, for like a stream of the game that you have like all the hot mics on kind of thing, and you can hear the players of that.
Yeah.
I remember it was we were over at my girlfriend's aunt and uncle's, and one of her little cousins was over, and they were just talking. Like, he plays minor hockey, and I think he's 14 or something like that now. And there was some question brought up to him of like, or it's like, have you used this language before or something like that? And even I piped up with like, he's playing hockey with a bunch of like teenage boys, and it's hockey in general. Of course he knows this language. Like, come on.
Yeah.
But I just think it's entertaining. Like, it's funny to hear what guys say, right? Like, still the one that sticks out to me of like the Mike catching it was not John Carlson, Eric Carlson, before he went to San Jose. It's during overtime 3-on-3, and he makes a pass back, and his teammate kind of fumbles it, and you just hear, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Just like you just hear the frustration coming out of him. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's entertaining. Like, just to be able to hear the players in general. Like, I love the mic'd up segments and stuff like that to hear what guys are saying. So like whether it's, the occasional swear that just, you're not used to hearing it on national TV. So like you kind of get a chuckle out of it, to, just hearing guys chirp each other. Right. Like, like it was Detroit and the Rangers. I forget who it was exactly, but like, somebody told the Detroit guy to go dye his hair, like just shit like that. Like it's funny. So one of my favorites though has to what's the one I'm thinking of? Okay, there's two. I think it's Claude Giroux calling someone a pigeon and then cooing at them like a pigeon.
Yeah.
Or even Drew Doughty. And this was to Patrick Maroon. It's from the first Stadium series of LA versus Anaheim. And he said Drew Doughty's just telling Patrick Maroon, he's just like, "You suck at hockey," which is then funny with 2020 hindsight, considering that Patrick Maroon a few years later went on to win 3 straight Stanley Cups.
Yeah.
But I like that kind of stuff. I think it's fun just to like, hear the actual game, right? So
yeah, actually,
I'd love to hear it.
Just going back, you brought up Claude Giroux. We didn't even mention that he was the MVP,
the MVP
of the All-Star game. Yeah.
I think
he deserved
3 games
it.
in it. Yeah. Or 3 goals in it. So yeah, good on him.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that was good. Not who I would have picked, but yeah.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see if. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, as like the veteran there, or one of the few veterans there. It's cool to see.
It'll be interesting to see if this offseason, if he does go somewhere else, or if he does stay in Philly. Excuse me, if he does stay in Philly, because he's an upcoming UFA.
Yeah,
so,
I don't know what's going to go on.
The longest tenured Flyers captain, which I didn't realize actually until it was brought up on the broadcast. So,
oh wow,
yeah,
that's pretty cool. The one of the other hot mics I picked up in this over this weekend was I forget which game it was, and I don't even know who the players are. So you probably can't even go back and find it. But someone went behind the net in one of the games and looked like they were going to try the Michigan, and someone else on the other team just yelled, "No!"
I forget who it was, but I remember hearing that too. I was just laughing.
I don't remember, but
there's nope.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what I think we need to do for we could maybe do it around like the next one, like the next All-Star game for Florida. I think you and I need to do the challenges. It doesn't have to be on skates, but I think it'd be fun to do. Like we could, hell, even if we just did it like ball hockey style, like fastest skater, it's just like who can run end to end the fastest, like basically just a sprint. We can do the save streak on each other, get in the gear.
Oh boy.
I think it'd be fun to do personally.
Yeah, that would be all
maybe
right.
accuracy shooting. So, but we'll use like actual sticks instead of like the flimsy things that they give us. I think something like that would be fun to do. So.
You mean it? Oh, I see. Like instead of like the actual Yeah. The
Yeah, well,
shitty
like-
like plastic floor hockey sticks.
Yeah, we'll use like
Yeah.
legitimate.
Oh, yeah,
sticks that we
yeah.
have.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but I think that'd be fun to do. So
Yeah, no, for sure. You have a shooter tutor, don't you?
I do not know,
Oh, I thought
but
you
I
did.
mean, no, but I mean, you can pick up like the styrofoam things from
yeah.
like Canadian Tire for like $20 probably. So
Oh yeah, it's
But-
not too bad. So
Yeah.
yeah. All right. Well, this was a bit of a longer episode, but we got pretty in depth on the All-Star game, and
a lot more in depth than I thought we would actually.
Yeah.
We're having fun with it.
yeah, no, that was good. A little bit of a change of pace for the episode, rather than just talking exclusively Ducks here. But
Yeah.
it's it was good.
It was very
So
good.
so Nate, where can they tell you how great Troy Terry is?
You can tell me that at Tatenamas, Tatenhomas on Twitter.
As well at Quack Report Pod on all of the social medias there, except Facebook, because who uses that anymore? Myself at Carter_Potts, POTTS_97 on Twitter. Thank you guys for listening. We'll see you on Wednesday for a live stream. Have a good one.